It had all the glamour and glitz of the Oscars, but the 11th annual Daytime Emmys took place right in the heart of the Big Apple.
I feel very confident about winning tonight. I have to be a fool to feel confident. I hope so. I really hope so. I'd love to win.
This is the third time I've been here. I'm used to losing.
You might win tonight. You might.
Win tonight. But in all seriousness, I am so flattered to be here for the third year in a row, because being nominated by your fellow actors and producers and directors, that's really where the honor is. Whether you win or whether you don't win, that's a subjective thing, because that's up to 2 or 3 people, and it depends whether you've had really good scenes in the last year.
It would be very nice to win. Sure, it would be nice to win. Anybody would be lying if they said no. But the nomination is terrific. It really is. I'm going to be...
It was worth the wait for Erika Slezak, who won for Best Actress for her role, Victoria Lord Buchanan, on One Life to Live.
I did not expect to hear it. I really didn't. I hoped, and I didn't expect. It was wonderful.
So where did your heart go? Where did your stomach go when you heard your name?
All over the place. My cottage cheese stayed where it was, thank God. My lunch. I didn't eat much dinner. I don't know. It makes you feel all... It's so corny. It makes you feel all weak at the knees and all you... I just held on to Brian.
And just 4.
I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it.
Hey, I was excited.
Well, joining us now are 2 of this year's Daytime Emmy Award winners. Erika Slezak, who won Best Actress honors for her role as Victoria Lord Buchanan in ABC's One Life to Live, and Judy Evans, who won the Best Supporting Actress award for her role as Beth Raines in the CBS soap The Guiding Light. Well, congratulations. Now, we just saw you 2 being interviewed after your acceptance. Have you calmed down yet?
Ever so slightly. I just said to Judy, I had no idea I was so stupid last night.
Oh, but I was very honest.
I was so out of breath last night. I said to Brian, my husband, afterwards, I said, when I was making the speech, I don't really remember if I said everything I intended to say. All I could hear was my own breath coming back at me from the microphone because I was hyperventilating. It took a long time to calm down.
You know, when you work with so many people and all the casts on these soaps are so enormous, some people were kidding the winners of the Tony Awards this year who forgot to mention their co-stars. I mean, how can you mention everybody that you worked with? You just couldn't do it. Or could you?
You know, you'd have to, too numerous to mention. You'd have to go back to the beginning. It's impossible.
Did it come as a complete surprise, or had you heard that you had won?
No, I hadn't heard. It was a complete surprise.
Yeah. You've been nominated before?
No.
First time? Wow. First time nomination, first time winner.
She didn't fool around.
And you?
I was nominated last year, and I did not win, and then I was very surprised to be nominated again this year, and I won. I did not expect to win at all.
Why, who did you think would win?
I thought Susan Lucci would win, really. And then I was really quite, it was quite a lot of competition, because all 5 of the ladies who were nominated for Best Actress have been on their shows for years. All of us have been on about anywhere between 8 and 20 years.
Yeah.
And all of us carry a major portion of the show, so it's hard. How do you,
Boy, how in the world do you judge? You know?
How do you do it?
How do you do it?
It depends on the reel you submit, I think.
We're having a people poll question right now as to who should do the voting. Should it be the critics? Should it be the Academy? Should it be the viewers?
There are no critics for daytime.
Well, there are television critics, and perhaps they could take a peek at daytime, too, you know.
It wouldn't
The whole
hurt.
world doesn't start at 7 o'clock at night.
It wouldn't hurt. That's right. That's right.
Tell us about your background.
I was born in the circus with my parents who were trapeze artists, and I didn't get into acting until about four years ago.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and it was a high school play, you know, the old story.
Yeah. But you worked in the circus as a kid and did all this?
As a clown.
As a clown?
And it never stopped.
And were you proficient in anything else besides putting on the makeup and making people laugh? Did you trapeze or anything like that?
Well, I played on it, but my parents were really the artists of the family.
So you did the high school play? And that started your career?
Yeah, it was fun.
Got the bug then?
Yeah, a bit.
Now, of course, your famous father may have started you, Erika, did he?
I expect it had something to do with it, yeah.
Started at an early age, too?
No, I never acted at all until after I'd been through drama school and everything. It was one thing he was very adamant about. He said, you're not going to go out there and just be an actor's kid. You're going to learn your craft. And he said, if you want to be an actress, then learn it properly. And he investigated lots of different schools. And I went to the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London. I had to audition to get in. He coached me on my first audition, and I did not get in.
Oh, really? Blame it on him.
No, he used to say that. He'd say, he's leaving you alone for the second audition, and I got in on the second one. And then when I came back, that's the first time I worked. Once I worked in summer stock with him. I don't even think I was paid.
Oh, really? How many years now on your series?
This is my 14th year.
14th year.
Beautiful.
Boy, well, that's some nice reward.
It is
For
wonderful.
a lot of hard years of work. And Judy, how long have you been on The Guiding Light?
A year.
Just a year. Isn't that something? You never know in this business. Don't you hate her?
How could I? She's wonderful.
Judy, thank you very much. Congratulations on Best Supporting Actress.
Thank you.
Erika, nice to see you, and congratulations.
I would
on
like
Best
to
Actress.
say, Regis, good luck in Atlantic City.
Thank you very much. I'm going to need it. All right, we'll be back in just a moment to continue this week's salute to the Jacksons right after this.
Took the Emmy for Outstanding Actress for her work as Victoria Lord Buchanan on ABC's One Life to Live, upsetting all my children Susan Lucci, who's been nominated for the last 5 years.
All that nonsense I was spouting all day about it doesn't matter who wins. Oh, it's wonderful. It's wonderful to know that people think that highly of you.
I'm glad that I...
Second consecutive year that the daytime Emmys have not been broadcast on television. The reason given? The politics and economics of the industry. And this year, adding insult to injury, the winners were listed in one of New York's afternoon newspapers, taking the major element of surprise out of the evening ceremonies.
I was absolutely shocked, and I'm appalled because I think this is totally disrespectful to the people who work in this industry. It kind of pulls the rug out from under us.
If they are...
Erika Slezak, winner of the Emmy Award for Best Actress as Vicki Buchanan on One Life to Live. And next week on the... And show daytime TV's #1 actress, One Life to Live's Erika Slezak tells you what's in store for Landview and Victoria Buchanan.
And singers Luke.
A happy night indeed. Our next guest, fans will recognize as One Life to Live's Vicki Buchanan, who, for 14 years, has tried to maintain some decorum in the soap town of Landview, and who's also this year's Emmy Award-winning Erika Slezak. Please help me welcome. Nice to meet you.
Did you see yourself going up there just now? We showed a little clip just before we came in to accept the Emmy. Do you remember that?
I know.
That whole night is a bit of a fog. Other people tell me what I did and that I was
What did you
charming and gracious, and I said, oh, I didn't fall off the steps. That's what I was glad I didn't
The
do.
important thing.
I have always wondered why on the Academy Awards they have dozens of stairs.
Yeah,
When you are nervous, the last thing you want to do is negotiate stairs.
A booby trap, right?
Yeah.
Were you surprised
Was I surprised?
that you won this year?
I was very surprised that I won, yes. I think everybody, you secretly hope. You think, oh, I hope I win, I hope I win. But you cannot let yourself believe you will win. I think the preservation of the species indicates that you just can't let yourself hope that much.
Now, Vicki Buchanan, for 14 years, how would you describe Vicki? And I've seen Vicki for a few of those years, but has she changed over the years?
Oh, certainly, yes. I didn't play it first, you know. The character's been on as long as the show has been on, which I think is coming up to 16 years.
Right.
Gillian Spencer, who is now Daisy on All My Children, she played it originally. And in those days, Vicki had the split personality that you talked about with Nikki, and Gillian played all that. When I came on, Vicki had been cured.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thankfully.
Nikki has reappeared only in flashbacks and dream sequences since then, which is a shame because it's fun to play. But she's changed, certainly. She's matured and grown and hopefully developed a bit of a sense of humor.
Along the way.
Yeah.
We have a clip. Now, this is a great clip. In this scene, you, Vicki, just find out that your husband, Clint, has been having an affair.
Yes, he had a very brief...
How disgusting.
Well, no, it's very complicated, but he was being, I don't know, trapped or tricked.
He was an innocent victim?
Yeah, in a sense.
Right.
Well, that's what he said anyway. That's what he said.
Yeah. And her name was, the little vixen's name was Echo.
Echo,
all right? Okay, let's take a look at it. 3, 2, 1.
What are you going to do?
What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm going to get my things together, lock up my desk, and go home because I have a dinner to go to tonight, and I have to be there.
I'm sorry, the timing's terrible.
I would think for an announcement like that, the timing would always be terrible. Please go away. way through. Poor
I
Vicky.
know. So
I'd like to mention that the actor in that clip was Clint Ritchie, who plays my husband, Clint Buchanan.
does he get his, though? That happened a while back, right?
No, he didn't get his at all.
Is there no justice in daytime television?
Very little, very
like
little.
him. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he suffered a little bit, and then I, of course, took him back.
Of course, as always. How much of Vicky have you kind of assimilated and acquired?
Oh,
over
I
the
would
years?
think almost inseparable in many
Really?
respects. The nature of the business is such that because we do so many shows a week, we do 5-hour shows a week.
People don't realize that. Now,
What is an extraordinarily difficult job.
Every day, what is it like? Just the shooting schedule?
We do a full-hour show every single day. Now, compared to nighttime television, that's a lot of work. Nighttime, they do 1 show a week, a half-hour show a week, or they do a 1-hour show in 2 weeks.
Right.
We do an hour show every single day. So for everyone involved in the show, it's enormous. The writers have to come up with an hour's worth of dialogue every day. So it's a very difficult job.
Do you ever wish you could play the vixen?
Oh, sure.
Are we going to see the bad side of Vicky one of these days? Does Vicky have a bad side?
Well, she does, sure. Going back to what you were saying originally, how much is she me? Due to the nature of the business that we have to work so quickly, they do right to the actors' strengths. They should anyway, and in our case, on our show, I think they do. And so a lot of it is just you. And then, of course, you hopefully wouldn't put yourself in the situation that the characters get into.
Hopefully.
But Vicky, of course, has a bad side. The writers don't like to show that as much as I would like them to, because every show has a sort of a one character who they hold up as a model.
Right.
And Vicky has been that character for a long time. But I have argued many times and said, she would lose her temper. She would go berserk. She would have a fit.
Yeah.
She would not behave like a lady.
Right. Which would be interesting. Yeah. Just before you go, I want to touch on family. Because your dad, Walter Slezak.
That's right.
Many of us know and certainly loved. What about your family now? You've got 2 kids.
Michael and Amanda.
Do you want them to follow in the family footsteps? They're only 4 and, what is it,
2.5 and 4.5. I'm going to say hello to them. Hi, children. I don't really think I'd like them to, no. I certainly would not let them get involved at this age.
You were supported, though, right?
Well, I was and I wasn't. My mother and father would never have let me get involved very early. I think we made 1 appearance when we were all kids, and that's so my grandparents could see us in California. We did a live program with my father once we walked across the set.
But not
I would not let the kids get involved while they're little, and when they're grown up, you can't talk them out of it if they want to do it anyway. I'd rather they didn't. My husband says after Michael gets his law degree and Amanda gets her law degree, then they can do anything they want.
It'll be fine. Right. They still have plenty of time. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.